Tellemtribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, coming to you with another reading. This one is going to be a what or who is coming towards you reading. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. The goal is to be prepared, and the goal is to live in the moment and to know that anything is possible and you can alter your destiny, your fate, by making a decision, taking initiative, taking responsibility. So take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box. Turn on post notifications, click like to show love to the video, which in turn shows love to the channel. Share the video to share the wealth, and y'all already know I'm finna ask you to drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. And let's get into your reading. So I felt compelled to tap in to see what's coming towards Gemini. We've been talking about Gemini love. That's what we like to talk about on this channel. But let's get some insights on what or who is coming towards Gemini, and just get a grand view of the things that are happening in your life, okay? Okay, so we're gonna start with the tarot, and I hope you're feeling good, feeling great. So your overall energy, Gemini, right now is the Ace of Swords. You could be looking for ways to be inspired, looking for creative ways to restart, recharge, reboot. Just some of you could be getting head massages. I feel an energy of head massages, or something that was a headache is no longer a headache. You're getting out of your head, a new thought process, new ideas. Anything that is inspiring to you, you are triggered in a good way by it. You just want to be revived anew. It's like being baptized. If you're in the religious world, I compare a lot of things to religion because that's how I grew up, although I'm no longer religious. So it's like being baptized, though, like what they would compare it to when it's like being born again, renew. It's like a new thought process. So right now you may feel inspired with new ideas, and now you feel like when the opportunity presents itself, whether you have to create it or it shows up, you want to be prepared for it. And clarity, mental clarity is your main deal right now. Overall energy, you don't want nothing to be blocking your mind and nothing to be showing up and causing you any kind of mental grief. You are all about having a clear head, and that's a beautiful thing with the Ace of Swords. Now let's see what the challenge is with that. The challenge is the Hierophant. So with the challenge being the Hierophant, it could be that you're used to doing things a certain kind of way, and there's a value system that you have that you abide by. And in order for you to get this newfound clarity, it could be that you have to challenge yourself to do something different from what you were used to. Maybe your upbringing, you have to stray out of that. The universe could be putting situations in front of you that makes you ask logical questions so that you can give logical answers to yourself, so that you can stop holding yourself back. So the challenge is just breaking free from the constraints of what you're used to, the way how you're used to doing things, your belief system. And it's okay to believe in different things simultaneously, as long as you're not, disrespecting yourself in the process. It's not it's not a bad thing to consider other belief systems if it means it's going to be progressive for you, whatever that means to whomever. So let's keep this thing going. What you need to focus on. There's a lot of new things coming towards you, Gemini. Your focus is elevating. Your focus is new beginnings. Like you just want to start afresh. A lot of you could be moving on, or just moving, with the action word being moving. What you're leaving behind is the struggle with the Nine of Wands. Somebody said, I am not struggling anymore. I am through with the struggle, which is why you're on your new shit. That might be the title of this video. I keep pushing the little voodoo man out the way. Okay. Your strength is the Ten of Pentacles. So family, your manifestations. You're rooted and grounded in the things that you care about. So you're very family oriented. Here's the stuff. Here's what you came for. The near future is the strength card. So obviously we just talked about your strength, about you being rooted and grounded in your manifestations and making things happen for your family, because that's the end goal, is to take care of home. Even if you don't have a big family or you are your own family, your goal is to have financial freedom. And your strength right now is in strengthening the numbers, strength building bank. I feel like you're wanting to build up the bank to take care of your financial future. So a lot of you may be thinking about your financial future, about investments, about learning how to invest and so forth. And then with the strength card in the near future, it's just showing that you will need to be in control. Like, instead of allowing your situations to kind of pull and tug you in different directions, now it's time for you to look at how you can take control of your situation for real this time. So you could feel like you may be repeating a cycle or doing something over and over again, and it's just like, I don't have the strength to do this. Your guides are saying that if you want the cycle to come to an end, especially with the hardship being left in the past, that you have to embrace being strong and not just talk about it. Oh, so the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is, interestingly, the advice. The environment is the Hanged One. Then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So children may be involved here as well, or just a youthful presence is here. So the advice here, Gemini, being the Five of Swords, is saying that in the midst of you trying to gain your strength, so you may have you're leaving something behind that is no longer for you as usual. You're progressively leaving things behind. I feel like you're just in your season of starting anew, and not being afraid to leave things behind. And the advice is that don't be arguing with anyone about why you're doing what you're doing. I feel like there's an energy of someone who has a lot to prove. Like, you have a lot to prove to yourself, but you don't have to prove anything to anyone else. And I think that's where your value system comes into play, where it's just like, you're used to doing things a certain kind of way. Your family is used to you doing things a certain kind of way based on your upbringing, whatever that may mean to you. I don't want to make it specific because it could be a general scope. And then now that you are looking to do these new beginnings, new things, new travel, new mindset, new everything, just out with the old, in with the new, it looks foreign to certain people, and it could come off as, you're changing. And that's why you're going to need that strength, because when it gets dark and seemingly lonely, when you're on your own, because you're doing things for you now, you're thinking about yourself and your financial future, and that is where your strength resides, which is in, building things and making things lucrative. You're going to be on your own because it's a lonely road when you see the vision and no one else does. So that's where your strength come into part, is going to come into effect. Did I say that correctly? That's when your strength come into part, is going to come into effect. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. It makes sense. Yes, it does. So, so the advice is, don't be arguing with anybody. Don't argue with anyone to try to prove a point about what you're doing. Because you know what your plan is, you know how you want to feel, you know what you want to experience, and you know where you are not, and you know where you're going. Now, your environment right now, it feels like you're sitting still with the Hanged One. And I think this is a good time for you to look at what you've experienced in the past, and looking at the mistakes that you've made in the past, so that you're less likely to make it again. Because you have this tendency to want to, like, let me make sure that the mistake I made last time was really a mistake. So let me try it again and do it a different way a little bit. And then it's still the same result, because it's not really changing anything. So your guys are just saying to hold off on making any big moves right now in this moment. Hold off on making super big decisions. Just wait it out. There's a waiting period. And the waiting period feels like a season. So when the seasons change, there's a message for someone saying, wait until the seasons change. So what, we're in summer now, and then the season is going to change to fall. So there's something that you should be waiting on until the seasons change, and have strength in knowing that that wait is going to be worth it. So there's something that you're considering right now that you should be waiting on until the seasons change. Your guides are suggesting that you should wait on that. Leo energy is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is here as well. Your hope is that the ideas that you have will bring in money, because again, your focus is, and your strength is in building your bank. Like, you are someone who knows how to plan for the future. You may be into stocks and bonds and investments. You may give advice about financial, like a financial advisor, or someone who just gives advice, or trying to do some kind of program with what you've gathered and to monetize it. And that's what your hope is, that it will be a lucrative investment for you. Right now, your guides are saying that the ideas that you have about it, it's a go. And not a go as in taking the initiative now. Your guides are suggesting to take the initiative when the seasons change. So it could be that now is just your time and your waiting period to assess the risks that may be associated with it, and what you're willing to sacrifice, with the challenge being the Hierophant. Now, the possible outcome shows up as the Page of Wands. The possible outcome is you having the energy to keep this thing going. I want to pull an oracle card for you with the possible outcome. It's like all signs are pointing to new beginnings for you. All signs are pointing to new beginnings for you, Gemini. And I feel like the possible outcome as well is, when you get engulfed in what it is that you're trying to do, you're also going to meet with someone who has a like mind, a young spirit, like a young energy, younger than you. He's going to be inspired by you. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy present. Someone who feels like you're the light that they needed to see, to be inspired. You're inspiring a lot of people right now, Gemini, and you may not even know it. Your energy is light. Your energy is light. Could mean that in a literal and figurative sense. Your energy is light. Spirit, why is the Page of Wands here? Why else is the Page of Wands here, aside from this new energy that you will experience with you just being patient with the timing of the way how things are supposed to happen in your life, Gemini? Let's cut this thing. I had it a pre-shuffle, but I like to shuffle on the camera because I be wanting y'all to see these rings that I'm getting. Like, I'm talking about everything in one. These rings, just, I gotta get some better rings. Anyways, so Page of Wands. So financial support, child alimony, and government. So this is another reason why you need to focus on what it is that you're trying to manifest, because you have a lot of responsibilities, and these new ideas that you're having is coming from inspiration for you to handle these responsibilities. You're looking for unique ways to handle your responsibilities. I don't see where you are in a financial bind so much that you can't afford financial support with paying your child support or alimony, or owing the government, the IRS, or whatever the case may be. I feel like because you have gotten to a point where you finally stabilize these things, you can think outside of that now. Because before, you were struggling with the Nine of Wands. You were just like struggling to pay this, pay that, whatever paying this and that looks like. Particularly, it's saying financial support, paying out child support, alimony, or government shit, whatever that looks like for you. That's what you were struggling with in the past, and just working and not seeing the light of day. Almost, it's like you will blink your eyes and wake up and you're back at work again. It's like it's a constant struggle. But I feel like in the near future, the universe is showing you that you were built for this situation that you're embarking on. And the ideas that you have are lucrative, and they're worth it. They're worth the effort Right now, you should just focus on how far you've gotten, because I feel like you're building something that's pretty big. It's bigger than you, and it's going to be helpful to you and the people that you care about. And your guys are just saying, wait until the seasons change to go full force. So I hope you see what's coming, Gemini. Something big is coming, and Pentacles are here. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is here. I feel like you are here. You are showing up for yourself for once and for all. And some of you may be feeling tired all the time. That's why the Hangman may be here, or you're tired of the same old. But this is you needing to just live in the moment and just be patient. Being patient is not inaction, okay? I recently saw that on this show I was watching on Netflix. It was called Your Honor, and it was a beautiful series, bittersweet. You should definitely check it out. But the character, Jimmy Baxter, was talking to his family because his wife was at HBIC, okay? A mob boss needs a mob boss wife, and she was it. But she was like, yeah, her character was cutthroat. And she wanted to do, you know, take revenge on whomever needed the revenge to be taken and all that. And she was just annoyed with her husband that he wasn't being the gangster that she needed him to be, you know, to retaliate. And he was just like telling the family, like, you need to be patient. And not in those words exactly, but he was like, being patient is not a sign of inaction. And that's what I feel like it is here for you. You may be feeling like by being patient or by not doing anything, you're not succeeding. And that's farthest from the truth. That simply means that you are observing and taking in the knowledge. Now being the time where you might not necessarily need to execute, sign any contracts or anything of that sort, but more so just educate yourself and enjoy what you have done so far, and you know, be grateful for where you've grown from, because the best is yet to come. So let's go ahead and read some advice from our angel number book for you. What stands out is the number 354. So we're going to look at angel number 354. Angel number 354 says, self-tending, look to where you need healing. So now is the time that you can use to heal. The angels are always coming on time with the messages, aren't they? One area of your life needs some tending to. Your angels are asking you to reconfigure your mind, body, and spirit connection today and see what area needs growth. Pick up a self-help book, listen to new podcasts, ramp up a workout, or consider talking to a professional. You are worth this. Tribe, you are worth it. Worth this. All of that. Okay? So I hope this message resonates with someone. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box. Subscribe to the channel. Join the channel membership. And until next time, love and light, tribe.
Forget the lover bad before you lose another one. I need affection like a lazy sugar baby. Need confections, new beginnings with